Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and a pleasure to join you today at the Marydee Isibuko Serenity Foundation Fundraising and Gala dinner at Ezulwini in the Kingdom of Eswatini. My name is Dr. Carolyne Opinde. I am the founder of the NGO Whisperer Center for Social Impact based in Manchester, United Kingdom, but working with organizations, specifically nonprofits and social enterprises around the world. It's my pleasure to join you and speak about the role of local communities in sustainable development. Before I proceed, I would like to extend gratitude and thanks to the leadership of Marydee Isibuko Serenity Foundation and the board members and everyone who has joined us today. Thank you so much for supporting such a worthy cause in the Kingdom of Eswatini. At the NGO Whisperer, we speak about connecting people, especially the local communities, raising funds by collaborating with governments and funding agencies and the private sector. And together, we believe in doing so, we can impact people's lives. And therefore today, I would like to share with you a few notes that I have gathered over the last few years, examples and best practices that we can apply in our organizations to ensure that the local communities engage in the work that we do as nonprofits and as social enterprises. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge that there are challenges in every community we work in. We live in a world full of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, otherwise known as VUCA. But how can communities provide solutions? It's important also to recognize that there are different players in the communities. And I want to introduce to you first and foremost that the total population includes the people that you're going to serve and the leaders in the communities who will support you in implementing the work that you intend to do as a nonprofit or as a social enterprise. And if you are seeking to achieve sustainable development, it is important to identify who these people are. It's important to identify which groups these are and begin working with them. Secondly, is the available target population, or the people that you may not really serve simply because you have limited budget or scope of work or time constraint. Remember, when you are implementing programs, they are bound by budget, by scope of work, as well as by time constraints. It is important for you to identify this target population and begin working with them in one way or another to ensure that they are part and parcel of achieving sustainable development in your community. Thirdly, we have the target population. These are the primary and the secondary beneficiaries, the people that will benefit from the program. It is important when you are selecting who to serve, who to reach as your direct population that you will serve every week, every month, that you identify the right people who need the service most, who need the products that you're distributing most. Ladies and gentlemen, as we work together to ensure that we achieve sustainable development in our communities, our leaders, the people that we will not serve because of constraints in the program, as well as the people that we serve because we have the money and the time and they are within the scope of our work and our reach, all these people groups play a critical role. Unfortunately, for many organizations, for many nonprofits, for many social entrepreneurs, they focus on the target population and forget about engaging frequently with their other populations that they are not serving. How can we build a conducive environment to ensure that everyone in the community is part and parcel of the program, regardless of whether they are a primary beneficiary or benefiting directly from the program. 4 things I want to share with you. Number 1 is partnership built on trust and mutual benefit. The second one is building the capacity of local actors, meaning local people in the community, to ensure that whatever it is that you want to achieve, the local community remain with the knowledge that you are bringing in. Thirdly is distribution of resources equitably. If you're working in different parts of the community, to ensure that each and every one of those parts of the community receives the resources that they need to meet the objectives of the project or the program that you have. And lastly, I believe in open and regular two-way communication, engaging the communities by asking for feedback on what it is you're doing well, what it is that needs to improve, and what it is that we need to do away with. The communities have the answers, they have the solutions. So we talk about problem solving, because when you are achieving sustainable development, you are actually solving socioeconomic problems that exist. How do you do this? There are 4 approaches that you can take. The first approach is to look at the environment, the community, and what is wrong in the community, and provide solutions to it. So your solutions are focused on the system and putting structures in place. The second one is to look at the problem itself, regardless of the environment and whatever is going on, and to say, this is the problem. We want to solve it, and solve it from a problem-focused perspective. The third one is looking at solutions that exist, answers to the problems that exist, and focusing on those solutions. And the last one, which is how you actually engage the community effectively, is to look at it from a solver perspective, or the perspective of the people who are benefiting from the program, the perspective of the beneficiaries. Ladies and gentlemen, many organizations, when they are providing solutions to problems that exist in certain communities, they look at approach number 1, which is the system, and they look at a broken system and forget that the people in the community are actually the solvers of the problems that exist in their community. And therefore, today, I encourage you to begin to look at your programs and the people that you serve and ask them, how can we serve you better? That is what the approach number 4, which is solver-focused, looks at. How can we serve you best? What solutions exist? That is how you begin to engage the local community in sustainable development and in contributing meaningfully to sustainable development. I would like to end by saying that we can achieve sustainable development when local actors, the local communities, engage in a meaningful way as staff members, as advisors, as leaders, and they provide guidance to the projects, to the nonprofits that exist. The second one is when local actors are part of problem identification and problem solving processes. And lastly, when local actors are trustworthy stewards of the resources entrusted to them. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great honor and a pleasure to join you this evening. I look forward to engaging with you as the gala dinner is going on. And I am so honored today that we are going to raise funds to support an organization that is focused on engaging with local communities, women and girls, boys, as well as addressing issues around mental health, and to help the communities in the Kingdom of Eswatini to move forward and to ensure that we achieve sustainable development in our local communities. Nyabonga, thank you. It's been a great honor and a pleasure to join you today.